we did a lot of planning and so on. First of all, when we kicked off the launch of the independence celebration, which was back in November, right? As early as November last year, and when they were looking for a parish leader, they look at every parish has to have someone to lead those activities and so on. And Terry, when they asked for a recommendation, I had no doubt in my mind, who is one of the best person to lead. And I had no doubt that Mr. Addington Martin, who is the current chairperson of that parish committee, the Independence Parish Committee, and I know his capabilities and so on. He's been around for some time, and his passion is just for culture and so on, and being a part of organizing activities and so on within the parish of St. Mark's over the past 30 odd years. And I had no doubt in my mind he's the right person for the job. And so too, he gathered like-minded individuals and so on from both home as well as in the diaspora. So our team comprised of a very comprehensive team of persons with different talents and so on. So what you see happen on that morning was it was not just something we just wake up and we decide, we're going to do next day. So it took a lot of careful planning as well as sensitization of the community, getting the guys, because the feature on that morning, given St. Mark's is known for that form of traditional mass, the Veko. We wanted to give the guys an opportunity to showcase themselves, their creativity and so on. And trust me, Terry, you missed something. And we will go back to the drawing board. We'll look at, what ways that we can improve so that we can make next year, God's will, same event, same style, bigger and better. So, and if you can make it an annual something, that on Independence Morning, St. Mark is a place to be on Independence Morning. So it's the first time, first of its kind, and the Prime Minister was there. He graced us. He gave us a surprise that many persons was not expecting him, and he was warmly welcome. In fact, it was the first parish that he greeted, or the first audience that he greeted on Independence Morning, wishing them a 50th, their 50th anniversary of independence. So that kind of topped the cake for us. And we also took the opportunity as the constituency branch. We did a breakfast fundraiser as well, to assist us. We always do those fundraisers to assist wherever we can within the community, whether it's assisting a child to go to school, as the case may be. When some of the school activities, we try and support as much as possible, and wherever you have needy persons within the constituency who are not able to provide for themselves, we do that.
Great. Well, I have had the comment that what Victoria pulled off on Independence Morning should continue as an annual event. Rise. Rise, Grenada. Rise to the occasion. Rise to prosperity. Rise to sustainability. Whatever you wish to add to that rise, any adjective, just rise. And that is beautiful indeed. I trust that your committee will continue working hand in hand with you to continue the success of this particular event in Victoria. Rise, 4 a.m. on Independence Morning. Come and be part of the rise. Come and enjoy some of Victoria's breakfast delicacies and just rise. Just rise. Whatever you want to rise, just be there and rise with it.
Well, it's a good opportunity for us as well, because over the many years, we have been tainted if I may use this word, that we, the French colonizers, called us grand pauvre, which means great poverty, and I don't subscribe to that because I know we are reaching talents and so on. And growing up in that community, because I've been there for almost 37 years, growing up in that community, and I know our potential. I've seen what we are capable of doing, and most people, they want that extra push. They want that encouragement to get out and show their creativity and so on. I find over the many years, as a people, we have become one divided, whether it's by politics or we choose to be, in our own corner, and you have not seen, that level of community spirit, that level of patriotism and so on, being showed. And that 50th independence, I think nationwide, it kind of renewed that patriotism, that people feel that sense of national pride, to take pride in the community, to clean up, to beautify. And this is something that I would really, really like to see us continue. In fact, in St. Mark, we are continuing our beautification and so on. We're doing all the paintings and so on. We get comments from other constituencies, which they feel that, wow, look at St. Mark's. I say, yeah, we are truly making our mark in St. Mark. Remember, that was my campaign slogan. So as part of the overall development of St. Mark and so on, Terry, that I feel very proud to be a part of and leading that initiative in the best way possible. But I cannot do it alone. We have to work collectively. So I also take the opportunity to encourage our people to, let us rally together and put aside our differences, whatever differences that we may have, whether it's politically or otherwise, and let us do for the overall. You look at the bigger picture. At the end of the day, what are we leaving behind for the next generation to come? And if persons or the generation that is upcoming and they see us doing things that are positive and uplifting, that would inspire them to want to continue and so on. So that's why I say, I feel proud as a Victorian, a son of the soil, to be here leading the charge and so on. Because am I too young to be doing this? No, Terry. I'm not.
Age is just a number.
Of course. And you can learn from the smallest child.
Oh, yeah.
And every day you live, you learn, So, because I remember, Terry, if I may just sidetrack a bit, during the campaign of 2022, and I went, many persons, when I went to the older folks and asking, them for the support, and they said, I've got a bit of discouragement, from a few saying, you're too young. Why you going in this too young for your politics? And it's like, I say, listen, it's either you want to be part of the solution or you continue to be part of the problem. So I don't want to be part of the problem. So I want to be part of the solution. And here I am, trying our best to ensure that we make our mark and we play an important role in the development and so on of the constituency in St. Mark. We have a long way to go. Our independence activities and so on continues. In fact, we will be going on to April, when would be our grand finale, where we would be, if I should let it out of the bag. But April,
this is where a lot of things get let out of the bag.
April is where we have our grand finale. We'll be doing something historic in St. Mark in Victoria. There's one area in Victoria, Upper Diamond Street, called Hero Square. And it was called Hero Square, or it is called Hero Square, but people not knowing who the heroes are. So we will be laying a monument there. What the Independence Committee did, we went around asking persons, who do you think is a hero or who should be recognized? And we categorize the areas, whether it's culture, education, sports. And so we have persons, they submitted their applications and so on. We vet it, and we have a bio and so on of those individuals. So we will be erecting a monument there with the person's name and so on.
That's great.
We want to do it in a way that you have a barcode on the monument as well, so you can scan next to the person's name, or you get the bio of that person. So
Interesting.
we tentatively we are aiming for the 20th of April to do that, and it goes right into our St. Mark's Day Fiesta celebrations. You know, we normally do that every year. We
Right.
do about a week of activities and so on. So this time around, we prolong the activities going into the St. Mark's Day Fiesta 2024. So we invite everyone to, you know, to be part of, especially the people of St. Mark. We dub that that day We Are St. Mark. So we encourage people, you know, all to, it's an opportunity for you to show off your talent. Come and show what it is that you're made of, what it is why we are so unique in St. Mark. Many years ago, you never, you know, used to hear St. Mark name being mentioned and so on like that. And I feel proud, and it's not just me being there, you know, trying to create that kind of awareness and so on. The people feel a great sense of pride and so on, and they feel, you know, they need to step up and be counted. And it's not just to be counted around election time, but, you know, to be part and parcel of nation building. So that's what.
Well, I think you have laid it out extremely well indeed, because there is a special kind of buzz taking place in St. Mark, in Victoria in particular. And I'm sure the great team that you have working with you is contributing significantly to this buzz. And it's good to have that feel taking place in Victoria in particular, because it has always been categorized as an area full of poverty, lack of opportunities, and that sort of thing. And it's good to see that within a short space of time, this seems to be turning. The tide seems to be turning in Victoria in a very positive way. So congratulations to you and your team for the hard work that you're doing. I know you have an excellent PRO out there. She's like a ball of fire.
Yes, Terry.
But of course, the entire team, congratulations to your entire team. Now, over the last 2 months, there have been some really terrible rains out in that community. How is that progressing with the cleanup and so forth taking place?
Yes, Terry. We got some, you know, some torrential rainfall and caused a significant amount of damages for us, infrastructure, agriculture, lands, and so on. And we are still, you know, doing the cleanup process. We have our road maintenance team, the wardens and so on. They are doing their parts, trying to clear all the drains and so on, that would, from all the debris. The damages that we got, infrastructure damage, I can't put a figure to it because it was very extensive. In fact, we had one family that lost a dwelling house, and we had about 2 other houses that was under serious threat that had to be vacated and so on. So we are trying to, you know, rebuild and so on to make it safer. And so the Ministry of Infrastructure is working hand in hand with us, and we will be placing some emphasis over the next several months so that, you know, we can mitigate against those natural disasters. Unfortunately, every time we get heavy rainfall, we always have land slippage and so on because of where St. Mark is located, and Victoria in particular, the town. To get in and out of the town, you have, you know, if we get heavy rainfalls, you can be blocked off quite easily. That is why I would re-emphasize the need for us to have at least a jetty facility, because it's not only for the fishermen, but you can use it in case of emergency. You can move relief supplies, you can move people Because jetty is just a bridge from the sea to the land safely. Right, so those are some of the reasons why I re-emphasize the need for a jetty. And it's not just for Victoria, but where St. Mark's is located on the western corridor and so on, all our roads are close to the sea. And so you have threat by land slippage as well as sea surges. So we are unique where we are, and in that way we have to do whatever is possible to ensure that the area remain as safe as possible for people to traverse and do their daily routine.
Great, fantastic. Well, I think the nation will be looking forward to April, when you'll be having your major event in St. Mark to mark the occasion of our 50th anniversary of independence.
Yes.
And of course, the celebrations will continue throughout the parishes.
Yes, it will.
Grenada has 1 full year of activities to look forward to mark our 50th anniversary.
And already we have done 2 activities thus far as part of our independence activity. We did the first one was the Battle of the Schools, where we brought all the schools in St. Mark, from primary to secondary. We have 1 secondary school, 2 primary schools, and we have 4 preschool as well as a school for special education. So every one of them was part of that activity called Battle of the Schools, where we did a beautification component as well as the talent component. So they had to do, the test piece was Fair Isles. They had to sing that Fair Isles, as well as they had to do a medley of folk songs. Of course, every school participated, but not all the schools were judged. The little ones, we did not judge them, but they participated, and they got a certificate of participation. But the competition was within the St. Mark Secondary School, Samaritan, Presbyterian, and Bonnet Government School. So St. Mark Secondary School, they came first as part of the talent aspect of it. And the beautification aspect, Samaritan Presbyterian won that beautification aspect of it. So it was keen competition, Terry. And of course, you always find schools find, that they should be the one that, you always find that in competition.
Of course.
Yeah, but it besides the competition, it demonstrates, that level of patriotism and so on, that national pride that we were able to restore and show the younger ones how it's important to take care of your environment and, feel proud as a Grenadian and so on. And we really, love that, and we intend to continue with those kind of activities and so on around Independence time, as well as it's something good to kind of prep the children, because the Festival of the Arts is back, and we'll be doing a launch closer to the month end. We'll do a big launch with that, so it's kind of something to whet the children appetite, get them back in groove, because our children have raw talent. They just need the correct platform so that they could showcase what it is that they have to offer. As you saw in our independence celebration, it's the first time I ever seen something like that live, where you have that mass movement of about 1,000 participants, and all young people under the age of 17 years, Terry. That is remarkable.
Yep.
I don't think we would ever see that in our lifetime again, or we might see something better, but something of that nature happening around that time. And I must give hats off to the people who were involved. I know Mr. Kings Douglas, he played an integral part of that, and the other people on the National Celebrations Committee must pay special commendations to them. They did a wonderful job, and most of all, the people who participated, the children and so on, the parents who allowed their children to be part of this historical moment. Terry, it's something that will stick in our minds for a very, very long time. I wish it couldn't end. Yes.
Well, let's just say it was magical.
Yes, indeed it was. Indeed it was. Every aspect of it was indeed magical. It exceeded our expectation. One that really stood out to me, the folk in the tongue. This Terry, it was such a nostalgic feeling because it's something that I remember when they did, when we celebrated the 25th anniversary of our independence. There were something similar at the Trade Center where they had this theatrical production and infused with our folk music and so on. So I was thinking, I say, but why can't I was probably about 11 years at the time, and I was saying to myself, why can't we have something like that again, you know? And I say, well, somebody read my mind, but they exceed my
ask for.
And you know, so it was especially when Ricky said, just look to the hills and you see the people. He said that's how it was back in the 50s, carnival in the tongue, and you know, you just seeing this light coming down there and the music that was playing. Terry, it was really, indeed magical and
really touching.
Yes. I tell you, I wish those moments, you know, wouldn't end. Well, thankfully we have the advent of technology that we can record and we can always go back and look at it and, you know, and create that memory all over again.
Matter of fact, you can have an entire movie production out of the events of independence 58, and it will still continue on. You can always add to the movie.
Of course.
You have 1 year of activities. So in history, you could go back and sit down for 4 hours and look at the movie 50th anniversary of Grenada celebration. And then you join the 25th silver anniversary.
Yes.
And then you see a young fella there looking like me. Well, it was great having you on Heartbeat today. Invite you to make your final comments, closing remarks.
All right. Well, thank you for having me here. I promise I would not take so long to be here again. Before the year up, I should be back. I'm grateful for the opportunity, and thanks to the wonderful people of St. Mark who continue to be our support wherever, whether it's encouragement and, you know, encouraging words of prayers, thoughts, ideas that they share with us. It's like I said in my earlier comments, we cannot do it alone. It has to be a collective effort. We have to work hand in glove, and I mentioned too that we put aside all our differences and let us work together to build St. Mark, one that we can feel proud about, you know, knowing that we created a better St. Mark than we met it. And when we leave, we can feel happy, resting peacefully that, you know, we have created a legacy that our children and grandchildren can, you know, continue what it is that we have started. So we continue what it is that we're doing in St. Mark. We have a long way to go. The journey, it would not be an easy one. It will be very challenging, but as the people, let's be patient. Let us work together. Let us be our brother's keeper most of all. And with God, nothing is impossible. So let us do it with love, with hope, with faith in each other. One love. Thank you for having me. God bless.
Thank you very much indeed, Senator the Honorable Quince Britton. And I would only say, continue to rise.
Thank you very much.
Not just on Independence morning, but in every area of life. Just rise.
Thank you.
Thank you very much indeed. We'll be having on the set very shortly Ricardo Keynes Douglas as we do a review. So back with you in a moment. Thank you.
The RKD Theatre and Grenada Cooperative Bank present Journey to Gold, written and directed by Ricardo Keynes Douglas. Journey to Gold brings to life 50 years of Grenadian politics through song, dance, and theatre. Join us at the Grenada Trade Center on Saturday, March 2nd at 8 p.m. and Sunday, March 3rd at 7 p.m. Advance tickets are $50 with limited seating, so get them now at Grenadian Optical, St. George's, and Spiceland Mall, Gittins Pharmacy, Grand Anse, and online at gotofet.com. See you on March 2nd and 3rd for Journey to Gold. Associate sponsor Judah Sound. This ad complements Hubbard's.
Calling all Grenadians, Caracuans, and PT Martinicans in New York. Get ready to celebrate our 50th anniversary of independence right here in Fun City, Brooklyn. That's right. The NDC New York chapter is throwing a Grenada food fest like no other to mark the occasion in style. This Saturday, February 24th from 10 a.m. to midnight, join us at the Nutmeg House in Brooklyn, 1215 Flatbush Avenue, for an all-day celebration of Grenadian food, music, and culture. It's a patriotic unity get-together that you do not want to miss. Come by and dive into authentic Grenadian-style breakfast and lunch featuring mouth-watering delights like crispy saltfish cakes, fluffy fried bakes, hearty oil dung, succulent lamby waters, and soul-warming callaloo soup. Wash it all down with refreshing ginger beer, tangy mobby, vibrant sorrel, and sweet tanya log. Come out and celebrate Grenada's rich culture, dance to pulsating calypso music, and connect with your community. And don't forget to wear your national colors and show your Grenadian pride. For more information, call 347-279-6668 or 347-432-6963. This is one food fest you won't want to miss. See you there.
All of our listeners on radio, WeFM, Vibes FM, Spice Capital Radio, Talk Grenada, welcome back to the Heartbeat. Those who are on the NDC Facebook platform, we invite you to share the live and welcome back to the Heartbeat. Now we have in studio Mr. Ricardo Keynes Douglas, the director of the Independence event on the 7th of February, but he also directed the launch of the 50th on October 31st, and also directed Folk in the Town and Pan 50.
Yeah.
So I should say, welcome, Mr. Director,
It's
to the Heartbeat.
It's a pleasure to be here again, Terry. And hello to the world out there, Grenadians, diasporians, and all over. It's a pleasure to be here. I'm still recovering.
Well, I can well imagine the last time you were here, when you spoke about 500 drones in the sky.
Right.
I had to say, no, I have to see that.
Yeah.
Now that I've seen it, you have to explain a lot of things.
Mm-hmm.
How did that happen? What was the technology, the technological thinking behind it, and how many persons were involved in this?
Yeah.
Really, really miraculous and magical event.
Yeah. Which is Orlando's idea to bring drones.
Great.
Yeah, he said, we're
Wonderful.
going to work with drones. And then when he said, then we put our heads together and we came up with the designs, what he wanted, or what we wanted up in the sky. Drones, it's a in thing now. Even Trinidad had drones last week, but it wasn't as spectacular.
Wasn't as magical.
As a matter of fact, a couple drones fell from the sky. That's why it is so important.
Oh boy.
That's why they had to clear the area, because it's all police stuff secured where the drones were rising, because sometimes the batteries might just all of a sudden go dead and fall, So Orlando came up with this idea, and we said we got to do it, which will and it takes. We worked on that for about 2 months because we're working with a company and everything is so technical. We knew exactly what was going to happen because they sent you the simulation, and then we had to put the music to it, and we had to time it. The timing was so important because you have to warm the drones up. There are 500 drones sitting on the ground. Each of them have a battery. Right, you have to put a battery in each one, and it has to warm up for 20 minutes, right? And then, so right there, the show that leads up before, what happens before the drones, it all has to be timed precisely, right? Because sometimes the drones might be there, and what's coming before is going on so long that the batteries of the drones might be dying. You see, so it takes up a lot of energy, and putting it together is amazing, because if you get 200 drones, you might just get one eye.
Wow!
I mean, if you put a finger, if you have a hand, you might just get one finger, because you need about 500 drones to give the detail of it, right? And technology is amazing because everything is computerized and it's all set before it goes up, right? And when it goes up, everything is worked, and the drones just follow whatever is set with them, and they go into the formations and stuff. It's really amazing.
So in other words, the faces we were seeing of our leaders, former leaders and present, This is all drone formation?
The drones, yeah. Those are the 500 drones. Each little drone is going into the face to form the eye, to form the mouth, to form the head. These are drones.
Wow.
Lighted drones, because they all have light on them, you know. Even before the show, like in the afternoon, there's a kite flying. And we were so worried because it was flying right in the directions where we were going to do the shows. And it's one of those kites where people tie and leave it.
Yeah.
So we were so worried. Nigel is coming to me, Neil, it's not Nigel, Neil, yeah, was coming to me and said, how do we get that? Could we call the police, you know, to look for this? I said, look for a kite in Grenada. That must be about 5,000 miles away, you know. So what he said to me...
You look for a razor blade.
Yeah, exactly. So what he said, maybe you can take a drone, send a drone up to cut it.
Yeah.
You know, so what they did, I think they sent up a drone to kind of thing it down and came down. Otherwise, we could not have done the drone show if that kite was in the middle of where we were doing the drone.
Well, now that little fella who was flying his kite, now he knows who took down his kite.
and everything is musical. You see, it's time to the music, and then the music went into the fireworks, and the fireworks again is time to music. So everything is so technical, and I learned a lot because working with these massive companies, you know, it's over a 2-month period, and they kept sending back the details, and we'd be looking at we knew exactly where the fireworks were going to come from, way in advance, 2 weeks. So we know five are coming here, this coming here, that's coming there. So we knew exactly what it was, and it was just a joy to stand in the stadium and watch this magic happening above you, you know. And I think money spent, it doesn't matter. It was an experience that people will remember for the rest of their lives.
Unbelievable.
And I think we had to celebrate this moment, you know.
Absolutely.
It's a very important part in the history of Grenada.
What would be your comment to individuals who have said, nah, that ain't looking as drone. That can't be drones up there. This must be some hologram.
Even the hologram, that's even more difficult to do.
Wow.
Yeah, exactly. They don't know what a hologram is. It's
figurines
exactly
coming together.
That's even harder to do, you know. So it's not a hologram. Somebody said, "Oh, we put up a big screen in the sky." So no, it's not a hologram. It was really drones and they're all 500 on the ground, and you had to have security because when I was watching the Trinidad one, some drones fell, so could fall on your head or something like that. So it was very, very dangerous. But the magic of it was just amazing.
Absolutely amazing indeed. And
as Quince was saying, working with 1,000 performers.
Yeah,
that's why I wear a mask. You see, when I work with over 1,000 people,
no, of course,
I have to wear a mask.
You got to protect
because
yourself.
Sometimes I get so exhausted that your immune system starts dropping, so you can pick up anything.
Yeah.
So I'm not only working with 1,000 performers, I'm working with all the technicians and etc. etc. So I tend to wear a mask just because my system might drop because of my tiredness.
Yeah, of course, absolutely.
Yeah.
And with all of this talent and do you have a young crew, a young team that you're passing on all of this?
I am
experience.
Yeah, I'm trying to because people they always see the show, but they don't see the work. You see, and sometimes I bring on people so I can pass things on, and when they see the work, they leave. They just don't. It's a commitment because sometimes I'm in this business 50 years. My first job was in 1977. Wow. That was my first professional job in Montreal, Canada. So I've been in this business for a long time. So now Papa God gave me this gift, this incredible gift, which I have to pass on to. So now, like Pan 50, the idea I've always had this vision of Pan on the Carenage. It's my neighborhood. So I always wanted to see like 10 groups, 10 Pan steel bands on the Carenage, and it becomes a pedestrian area, no cars, and a food fest, and the vision, the secretariat, the government allowed this thing to happen because with these things you have to have sponsorship and you have to have money to do it. You can't ask for champagne and
sweet drink pocket.
I have a sweet drink of beer pocket, So to actually see that magic happen on the Carenage was one of my dreams and visions. Was great. So I passed it on to a young young producer who I'm trying to train and pass on was Chrissy Lashington.
Right.
And she's amazing.
She's done a great job.
She's done a fantastic job, So, if she has a problem, she called me, blah, 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 but it's all her. She was the one who went through it, but I guided, and that's what mentoring is all about, But I give her 110. She was fantastic,
Wonderful. Yeah, I mean, that event turned out really, really spectacular.
Yes, and it was my dream. I mean, I got goosebumps when I came down on the carronage, and the environment, it lends itself to it because the carronage is like an amphitheater. So the moment you start playing the pan, it just rises, and then you look out and you see the sea and you see the boats, Nobody was drunk, nobody was, it was just a wonderful event, and thousands of people came.
Yeah.
So I always believe if you give people quality, you give people their rise to the occasion, and everybody becomes love.
Absolutely. Someone said to me, I mean, the setting there looked like Tuscany in Italy.
Exactly.
It looked like Morocco.
Exactly.
It looked like some other place other than Grenada.
Exactly.
Exactly. It is Grenada.
And that's the magic, Grenada's gone out to the world now, we can't pay for this advertisement.
No.
I'm not going to. No, people came to Grenada because of the launch. When they saw the launch, they said, I want to be part of this.
Yep.
No, they've seen independence. They want to be part of Grenada for Carnival coming up and stuff. And the amount of money independence brought into the country.
Whoa.
Terry.
I don't think they have enough time to keep counting.
No, because everything was sold out. The hotels were sold. The people sold all the food. Constantly, the food was sold out. All the crafts and stuff. I mean, so it was really amazing. If they can do a kind of check to see how much money came in.
No, but they
should do that.
That accounting is being done.
Yes.
But what I'm saying is that so much is taking time.
Right, yeah.
It was absolutely wonderful indeed.
Yes.
And I think, the job that yourself and the entire committee, and congratulations
Thank you.
Orlando for his creativity, making this happen. And, of course, the secretariat with Gail Purcell and
Wendy
the
Crawford,
chairman,
Dr.
Wendy
Crawford.
Crawford.
And the nice thing about it,
wonderful team.
You know what I like? I'm the kind of producer and director. I cannot explain things to people. I see it in my head. But I just know what I want because of my experience. And I like to work with people, producers, who say, okay, you trust me from my experience, go do it. I try to explain my vision as much as I can because some people can't see it.
Yeah, quite true.
And that's a wonderful thing about Dr. Crawford, Wendy, and Orlando. And they just said, go do it.
Yep.
Carte blanche, and that's the magic of working, just doing what you want to do.
Yeah.
And it's like, on the 7th, the day itself was magical to work with 1,000 young people.
Yeah, that is.
Like Terry, for the choir was 200 people. Lauren Ramdani, what they did. We worked with all different schools. So imagine working with schools. One school, 30 kids are doing that. 30 kids are doing that in those different schools, and then and Lauren is running around directing all of them.
Wow!
And then bringing them all together to sing. Same with the dancers. We work with 75 ballet dancers. 4 different groups, different schools are working on it. They bring all of them together. Same with 300 trying to make the mass movement. They're all 7-year-olds and 8-year-olds trying to make the flag. And 50 kids are working there, 550 kids are working there. You're going to be the star, you're going to be the yellow, you're going to be the red, you're going to be the green,
Yeah.
But it doesn't matter if the star wasn't perfect.
Yeah.
But the moment was perfect.
Yep.
Just experiencing these kids, and that's why I wanted to use youth. I mean, the oldest was like 17, 18, and the youngest was like 7 years old.
Wow. Wow.
And they will live and enjoy this for the rest of their lives,
Absolutely, so indeed.
Yeah.
I mean, could you imagine in the 50 years from today?
Yes.
Most of them would be under 60 years old. They say, I was there.
That's right.
I performed at the 50th.
Another magical moment for me was the Centenarian train.
Yeah.
God just, when God puts things in your head, you just have to give praise and thanks, because things come to me at 3 o'clock in the morning, And so it'd be wonderful to celebrate the centenarians, and to put them on the train and bring them through the stadium.
That was really touching.
Yeah, and then you do research. At least I'm passing on some information. And when you're doing something like that, then you say they're from the 20s, they're from the 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, you're the people. So what kind of music they would do? So then I do research on that kind of music. So when they came on, it was the music from the 40s and 50s playing, not a modern day music.
Right.
So when you're producing and directing, you have to think of so many things, not only the technical, but the ambiance and the feeling and what you want to bring out to the world.
Wow. So when are we going to have the arts theater?
Yeah, but that's I've been asking, and most of us, the playwrights, we've been asking for that for 30 years now. Since I've been, back and forth, I've been asking for a theatre, and a state-of-the-art theatre. We do not need 1,000-seat theatre. We just need a little 400-seat theatre. Perfect. When you close the doors, you just block the world out. You don't want a theatre that turns into a basketball court or a gym or anything like that. Pure theatre.
Well, if there is any time in the history of Grenada that such a dream can be realized, is now.
Yes, I believe
so. The emphasis that the government has placed on the arts, an entire ministry has been created.
Right.
And
that's right.
Energy has been put into that particular sector.
Yeah.
So if there is any time in the history of Grenada that this dream can become a reality, is now.
Yes, I agree.
And as Quince was saying with Victoria, with this event, rise.
Yeah.
4 a.m. in the morning, rise.
Yeah.
And this is what is happening to Grenada at this point in time. Right. Grenada is rising.
Right, yes.
I agree. A new height.
It's a nice feeling.
To a new dispensation. To a new feeling. It's like a new mindset being created and developed.
Yeah, I feel it out there, especially around the people who came, the diaspora people, just Grenadians who came back, and just people in general in Grenada. It was a nice feeling,
It's the feeling, the kind of feeling you can't pay for it.
No, yeah.
You can only experience it.
That's right.
You can't touch it.
Yeah.
You could only smell it.
Yes, yeah. It's like folk in the town. That's another vision I had, because I had this vision of creating something in the middle of town where the people can come as a pedestrian again, And this idea of what it used to be in the 50s, and my mind is working, and then I see the band, to recreate Carnival of the 50s and 60s and bring it down to give the people an experience of it, And I love surprises. So I kept saying, I don't want to tell you what was coming. The last interview, you were trying to get me to say what was going to come, But I think, I think that's the magic of theatre, So I gave you theatre on the stage, and there was theatre coming down the hill, from the past.
Theatre in the town.
In the town. And it is something.
Open air theatre.
Exactly.
Amphitheatre.
Exactly. So that was one of my special, as Quince was saying to you, he'd like that, And a lot of people told me they cried because it brought back such wonderful memories of what it used to be like. And our history and our folklore, the storytelling. And you know what's amazing? Again, I remember standing on that stage, and when the mass was coming down, the butterflies and the flambeaux, and it was like thousands of people in front of the stage. And all I said was, please guys, could we move to the side, let the bands come through? Terry, everybody just parted like the Red Sea.
No, there was, the discipline that I saw there.
It was amazing.
Visitors commented on that. Yes. They've never seen Caribbean people being so disciplined.
I don't know. God had his hand in it. I didn't have this audio.
No fight, no loud talking, no discord whatsoever. Everything in precision.
Yes.
Just beautifully handled.
Grenadians, we are so wonderful,
Blessed.
Yeah, we are blessed,
and this has been the largest turnout the stadium has ever seen. Soca Monarch can't even come close to it.
No.
But I think this Soca Monarch coming.
Oh God, people are coming. Seriously,
We're gonna have a good problem on our hands.
It was another special moment too with the bikers.
Well,
when I talked to Lorenzo, he was the head of the bikers association. I said, well, Lorenzo, I have this idea. Could we meet? I said, listen, I want to see bikers. I just want to see 50 bikers represented 50 years, And he said, I love the idea. I'll take it back to my bikers, And everybody came on board. And the magic of seeing 50 bikes coming into the stadium and forming 50 everybody just pulled together, and so it's not only me, it's people, people who work with me, Sylvan's company in the group, everybody who, the secretariat, the caterers, the police were incredible, they were fantastic. So it's, and the nice thing about when you have somebody, everything is just put into place. Everybody, it works. Yeah. It works.
Well, and my interpretation of the event with the bikers,
yes,
I say Grenada is revving up.
Yeah. That's right.
Well,
That's
real
right.
serious revs.
That's right. That's right.
See,
right.
this little country is revving up.
Yeah.
But you know, in all of this, time has caught up with us.
I know. Gosh.
It's almost 1 o'clock.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Well-
Yes, that's right. It's half a minute too. So let me give you your parting comments.
Okay. Well, I just want to talk about my play coming
Yes,
up.
please.
Okay. Well, I'm doing. When Quinn said 25 years, he was 11 years old when he saw the 25th anniversary.
Yeah.
You were in that show with me.
Yep,
I
of
produced
course.
that show, so
I
I felt really old sitting here and listening to him. He was 11 years old, and I was the show I produced. So what I'm doing, I'm taking that 25 years and adding the next 25 years onto the show.
Right.
So it's called Journey to Gold. So it goes from Gary right up to Deacon Mitchell, and it's a fun evening of satire, laughter, comedy of 50 years in 2.5 hours. So we have Youthquake, singers, we have dancers and the actors, of course. And it's going to be a wonderful evening, and it's on the 2nd and 3rd of March, which is in
2nd and 3rd or 2nd and 4th?
No, the Saturday and the Sunday.
The Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah, the 2nd and 3rd. Yeah, that's right.
All right.
And 2nd and Saturday, it's at 8 o'clock. Sunday, it's at 7. And it's at the Trade Center. The tickets are only $50. It's for the 50th anniversary.
Right.
And you can get tickets at Optical, Grenada Optical.
Right.
And
The
usual Get-ins Pharmacy.
And
And it's going to be a fun evening. Just come and enjoy and laugh. And be taking you through all the prime ministers. It's like a little history, a little touch of history, a little taste of this, what happened in 1970, what happened in 74, what happened in 60, who were the governor generals, who were the prime ministers, up to Deacon, everything. So it's going to be a fun evening in the theaters.
It will be true reflections.
True reflections, exactly.
True
It's called,
reflections.
That's right. Because you were in the first one. And I keep telling you, your name is in the second one.
Well, I had the privilege to serve as chairman of the Silver Jubilee.
That's right.
And I'm blessed to be around for the Golden.
But you kept well, as my mom would say. You kept well.
I keep trying. It's all about what you put in your mouth. Absolutely.
Yeah. But let me just say one thing. I love doing what I do. I'm doing a project, I live, breathe everything, and God guides me in everything I do, every single thing, every moment I take. He sends the right people around me, everything, so I enjoy it. Even if I'm exhausted in the end, I couldn't walk for 3 days because I was so exhausted. This is my life, and this is what the artists in Grenada have to understand. Sometimes you work for nothing, sometimes you work for something, but the love and passion you put into what you do will come out and blossom,
Absolutely.
So I want to thank everybody, especially the audience, the people who participated, just being there, all the caterers, everybody, the sellers, everybody. Thank you.
Well,
and the Secretariat, thank you. And of course, the government of Grenada, because they are the master to give this opportunity to the people of Grenada.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So again, my thanks to you, Ricky, for coming back onto the set and what you continue to do for Grenada. And of course, thanks to the government of Grenada for making all of this possible through their resources, through the direction which they have initiated by appointing the right people to lead this cause and this charge of our 50th anniversary of independence. So thank you very much.
It's a
But
pleasure.
let me close on this sad note to announce is that former parliamentarian Winston White, who was parliamentary representative. He was a parliamentarian in the Gary administration, the youngest minister of education, passed this morning.
Yeah, okay.
So our condolences to the family.
Yes.
Of course, special condolences to his daughter Roxy, who is the PS Foreign Affairs, self and her family.
And Sandra and
extend to Winston's daughters,
Right, yeah.
His wife, and his entire family.
Yeah.
Want to extend condolences to all of them.
Yeah, I echo what you say too. Yeah.
Indeed. But thank you very much.
Thank you.
Let's do it again another time.
Yes, amen.
All right.
Praise God.
And thank you all for joining the Heartbeat today, and see you again next week, Sunday. So thank you, and don't forget Ricky's show on the 2nd and 3rd of March will be really an interesting moment. Thank you, and do have a pleasant, great Sunday afternoon. See you again next week. Goodbye.
The RKD Theatre and Grenada Cooperative Bank present Journey to Gold, written and directed by Ricardo Keynes Douglas. Journey to Gold brings to life 50 years of Grenadian politics through song, dance, and theatre. Join us at the Grenada Trade Center on Saturday, March 2nd at 8 p.m. and Sunday, March 3rd at 7 p.m. Advance tickets are $50 with limited seating, so get them now at Grenadian Optical, St. George's, and Spiceland Mall, Gittins Pharmacy, Grand Anse, and online at gotofet.com. See you on March 2nd and 3rd for Journey to Gold. Associate sponsor Judah Sound. This ad complements Hubbard's.
Calling all Grenadians, Caracuans, and PT Martinicans in New York. Get ready to celebrate our 50th anniversary of independence right here in Fun City, Brooklyn. That's right. The NDC New York chapter is throwing a Grenada food fest like no other to mark the occasion in style. This Saturday, February 24th from 10 a.m. to midnight, join us at the Nutmeg House in Brooklyn, 1215 Flatbush Avenue, for an all-day celebration of Grenadian food, music, and culture. It's a patriotic unity get-together that you do not want to miss. Come by and dive into authentic Grenadian-style breakfast and lunch featuring mouth-watering delights like crispy saltfish cakes, fluffy fried bakes, hearty oil dung, succulent lambi waters, and soul-warming callaloo soup. Wash it all down with refreshing ginger beer, tangy mobby, vibrant sorrel, and sweet tanya log. Come out and celebrate Grenada's rich culture, dance to pulsating calypso music, and connect with your community. And don't forget to wear your national colors and show your Grenadian pride. For more information, call 347-279-6668 or 347-432-6963. This is one food fest you won't want to miss. See you there.